Action Bike Radio with your host Kevin Postaway. We're back live at Ferguson's Great Outdoors in Lavallette, West Virginia, and we have with us Chase Sansom
Yeah, Sansom. Yep.
uh,
Yep.
from here at the Great Outdoors, and also uh, does some work with Bassmaster,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So,
Occasionally.
yeah,
Yep.
did I spell it right?
Yeah. Yeah. You got
Okay.
it. Yeah. You got it.
Okay.
Looks good.
Chase, tell us about how you ended up working with the Great Outdoors and
Yeah. So this has been a. I guess I've really been working with them since I was in college. Man, one of the first people that I ever got to sponsor the Marshall University fishing team when I was there fishing was actually here. I came here, and it was back when Phil owned the dealership, and man, I came in here one day just asking for a sponsorship basically, and I really didn't want much. I just wanted something whatever, and I ended up working a few boat shows with them, helping clean boats, just anything I could do to help. And dude, it's just kind of eventually evolved into a job. And so I worked for a little bit before I moved to Alabama. I worked the website here, managed the website, and then came back from Alabama, started back here again, and I built this tackle shop now that we've got, and still managing the website, and just whatever needs to be done here, I'm always doing.
yeah, great. And I love the
Yep.
tackle shop.
Appreciate that.
It's growing,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it's a lot of stuff. Looks like a lot of stuff got sold this
Oh yeah,
weekend. So
yeah.
that's
We,
good.
we've had a decent weekend. I'm rather. We actually just went through and looked and see what all we sold, and pretty impressed with the weekend. So
Yeah.
very happy. It's been a success thus far, and so looking forward to seeing what else we can
Yeah,
do with
we,
it.
we noticed that a bunch of the Thunder crickets are gone.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we guessed that Andy
Yeah.
Morgan probably
Yeah,
signed a bunch of
probably
those
so,
yesterday.
yep.
Or Andy Montgomery,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
And yeah, we noticed that, but a lot of cool stuff over there.
Yep.
It looks like it's expanding all the time.
Yeah, dude.
So-
So when we started this, me and Grant, we decided on like a budget, and at the time I think it was like maybe 10 grand, 10 or 15 grand, whatever it was, and we were like, man, let's build it and just see what it looks like. And so we built one. We built the first rendition of it was probably the size of this Ranger bass boat here, and it was very small, And
Yeah.
then like we got it built, and we're like, man, like this is really nothing.
yeah,
And then
it doesn't go very far.
And so like the next thing we know, like over the last year, it's kind of just steadily grown. We got all this shelving, and we put the shelving up, and we like filled it up, and now it's like we got it to the point where I like where it's at, but like I feel like we're gonna have a conversation here in
Yeah.
a few weeks. Be like, man, we can start on this parts wall over here.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
it can fill up quick.
yeah,
and,
it's gonna be awesome.
it's great.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that there's something down in this area for folks to
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah.
It's good, and the traffic's been great today.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
So that's great.
Yeah.
So you freelance with Bass? Is that
Yeah,
what you're going
yeah,
now?
yeah. So I'm a freelance contractor for Bass. A lot of people probably already know this, but I've worked full time for them for a year. Moved to Birmingham, Alabama, got a job working their website, working the back end of the website. And so I did that for a year. Didn't really like Birmingham, didn't really like living there, so I decided to come back, and they were still going to let me freelance contract. So I did that, and man, since then I've just been working Elite Series tournaments, college tournaments, you name it. I'm working all of them. So it
Yeah.
keeps me. This is like this job here here at the Great Outdoors is like kind of my in between. When I'm home, I'm here, but if I'm my other job keeps me on the road somewhere.
Yeah. So you've been. I know you do photography.
Yep.
You do videography.
Yep.
Is-
Yep.
and,
Videos too.
It looks to me like maybe you do some freelance stuff for some of the guys
Yep.
independently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Working with this is the first year I've done that. This is kind of branching out. Didn't want to take on a whole lot, so but been working with Carl Jacobson this year, which has been awesome, and we just kind of got started last month, so excited to see what we can do, and he's keeping me busy so far.
It's funny you say Carl because Carl is one of the guys that I would be, most interested to talk to because I have the Super Pacific X1 camper,
Yeah.
and he just bought the Go Fast
okay,
camper,
yeah.
and they're like almost, they're the same platform
Yeah.
type campers.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that he would be someone cool to talk about the overlanding
Yeah,
type
absolutely.
camper and how that works with bass fishing because you
Yeah.
can build those things out any way you want. And so every fisherman's going to
Yeah.
build them out differently.
Yeah.
And it's really, really cool.
Yeah,
So,
I have to get you and Carl connected. For sure.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
cool.
it was awesome because I
Yeah.
saw the picture of his wrap that came out,
Oh,
and
man.
it's sick. Like it looks so good.
It's awesome.
I was like, man, that is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he's got a
you know,
sick set. Carl
yeah.
never does anything that's not like it's not top notch. Like
Oh, it is.
he just today, or maybe it's today or yesterday, he got the Ultimat in the top of his boat, like the foam mat
Yeah.
that goes in top.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
freaking awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it in person.
His story's great too.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's you could, if
Yeah.
you can never be around a more positive
No,
guy
can't.
ever.
It's great.
Like it is. I don't
He's
know how
great,
he does it.
Yeah, he's a great motivation for me. Like he's you know, anytime I go and like hang out with him now, I'm like I leave like, dude, I could take on the world with this guy.
Oh, it's unreal.
It's
You know, the
unbelievable.
adversity and
Yeah.
everything that he's been
Yeah.
through. It's
Yeah.
if anybody doesn't know Carl's story, man,
Yeah.
you should really check it out.
We should
it is-
definitely have him on sometime.
Yeah.
Tell the story. It's an
Oh,
incredible
it
story.
is unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
it'll almost bring you to tears.
Yeah,
You know, with
Wild.
but then at the end of it, you're going to feel the best you've probably ever felt because he's so positive
he
about
just did it,
everything.
yeah.
You know,
He did it, and he does. I mean, he would tell you that like you know, it's really nothing to him now, you know, but like
Right.
going through it, it's just like, dude, like how in the world did you like manage to keep doing this?
Yeah, keep doing it. You know, living in Australia, you know, having to
Yeah.
go back, it's
Crazy.
just it's wild.
Went
It's-
broke, you know, countless times. Like,
oh yeah, I
was
mean,
on the verge of just like saying forget it. Like had a perfect life in Australia. Like,
Yeah.
Had had a maid, had a wife, not a wife. I shouldn't say wife, but he had I think a fiance over there, and
Yeah.
like had a great job. Was like set up for life, and he just dumped it all, sold everything he had, and came over here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
to
it's-
chase bass around. So it's crazy.
it is really crazy, and
Yeah.
you know the investment in himself
Yeah, it's
is
wild.
wild.
Yeah.
You talk about someone that bet on themselves.
Yep. Yep.
Time and time and time again.
Yep.
It's Carl Jocumsen. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
to
definitely
me.
got to get him on.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you work with Carl. You work with some of the other.
Yep.
Other guys a little bit, just on
with
some
Carl.
editing?
Yeah, just with Carl right now. I've worked with Logan Parks a bit. We've done his college high school tournament. It's the Insane tournament, which has
Yeah.
grown to this crazy, wild, big, ginormous tournament. Been doing it every year with him, and then occasionally I might work with one or two of them here and there. But yeah, just right now, just working with Carl.
Yeah. So insight into this year with Bassmaster.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see a lot more Starlink.
Like in the back of the boat.
Yeah.
Possibly. I know the live stream thing kind of got nixed.
It got wild
Yeah,
there for a little bit.
yeah, it got nixed. I don't know. Maybe, possibly, we might see that.
Yeah. I wonder what Bass and these guys have up their sleeve now that they're able to do the stuff with
Yeah,
live stream.
it's
it
certainly
could get
wild.
interesting.
I want to, the ideal situation, and I don't know a lot of the back end stuff. I couldn't tell you, but
Right.
like in my mind, I'm like, man, why don't they just all put like Starlink on the back and run a GoPro to it, and then we could just watch everybody. But
Yeah.
there's probably a lot more like logistical, like
Yeah,
fun-
logistical nightmare.
it's a lot.
But the dream would be to be able to switch between angles,
oh,
right?
yeah,
like
it'd
that would be
incredible. Yeah,
that
we
would
could
be
just
the
watch
top.
watch them at any time.
Yeah, anytime you want, just
Yeah.
flip between them,
Yeah.
and that would be
Yeah, it would be
that
awesome.
Would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Maybe one of these days they'll
Well,
have that
people
dialed in.
People have talked before about what you would pay for. I got a thing from Bass one time about like what would you be willing to pay for additional, like whatever.
Yeah.
And that was my suggestion is I would pay for a subscription to be able to flip between angles.
Yeah, like watch whoever.
Yeah,
tournament.
to
That'd be
watch
cool.
whoever I wanted
That'd
to in the
definitely be cool.
tournament
Yeah.
and flip between them.
Yeah.
I would pay for that.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
even if a guy's not catching fish, sometimes you want to.
You just wanna
Sometimes
watch-
you want to
yeah,
see what he's
see what
doing.
he's
Like
doing,
what,
yep.
what is happening that the guy in first
Yep.
and the guy in
Yeah.
40th,
Yeah.
is like what's the difference? And a lot of times, what you find out is it's little tiny details. They could be doing almost the exact
Yeah,
same thing, and just a different place,
Yeah.
different weights.
Yeah.
It's
I would,
wild.
I guess I would say probably like, I wouldn't say we're too far off of it. Maybe a few years from now they could maybe try to figure that out. But I don't know the cost. I don't
Right,
I don't
yeah,
know
the
what
logistical part of it,
yeah.
which has changed. I mean, that changes
Yeah.
by the day,
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
it's crazy.
technology.
It's crazy.
Just like with, podcasting and all that.
Yeah. You're
How
talking
many channels you can go. and
talking
different
90
things.
action cameras and 90
Yeah.
90 Starlinks you got to send out there. So it's,
Yeah.
who knows? I don't
Yeah,
who knows?
it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
And I guess a lot of it depends on who would be willing to pay for it.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
if it was.
Yeah, I don't want him to get too crazy. I don't want to lose a job.
Right, that's true. That's a fact. But there's also never going to be. I don't think you're ever going to take the place of talking to someone or having someone interview them and talk to them. And so having someone on the boat with them to do that is going to be important. And riding along with these guys. So, quick question, and we'll get into it another time if you're willing to come back on the podcast.
Yeah, anytime.
But I would be interested. What's this? Julie just had a bad experience at the Bass Nation Championship on a boat ride with someone. So do you have a scariest boat ride with someone? And not necessarily that they did anything wrong. It's just sometimes the situational is just bad, especially the Great Lakes.
I won't specify names.
Right, there you go.
There's a very popular angler I rode with, I guess last year during a tournament. We were going to video, and yeah, dude, it was on Kentucky Lake, and the wind blowing against the current never ends well. And 45-degree water temperatures is never any fun.
Yeah.
And let's just put it this way, we stuffed some waves, and not in the smartest way. It was not good.
Not fun.
Not fun. So, probably there. Destroyed a lot of stuff.
That sucks. I tell everybody all the time I fished Chickamauga with Brian New, and it's nothing bad, except everybody knows that Brian is a run and gun guy.
Oh yeah.
And it was cold and wet and rainy.
Oh man.
And I had not gotten much sleep the week before. Like one of those things. Yeah. And we ran from place to place to place. Yeah. And I don't know that I've ever been so tired when I got off a boat in my life, just from the stress of it. And he's like still going strong. It's amazing.
In the nicest way, he's like a. he's cracked out for sure.
Oh, he's a machine. He's full blast.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
He's full blast.
Even after a day of fishing, like at the weigh-in, I'm like, dude, you're still on 100.
Oh yeah, I think he wakes up on 100 and goes to bed on it. Like he probably just like falls over.
Yeah.
Great guy, nice guy.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. Super friendly. No problems at all fishing out of the back of his boat at all.
He's awesome.
But man, you're in for a treat.
He's on 100.
Yes, you're gonna learn about the run and gun technique, for sure. Because people think they do it around here, but they don't do it.
Well, that's how you grew up fishing, All those places he fishes, they're all run and gun style,
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen anybody stop maybe 3 casts and then we're gone again.
See you later.
Yeah, it's like see ya. And I'm like, okay, I'm not even taking my life jacket off anymore. I'm done. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. Like I said, great. He was a co-angler for a long time, so he knows how to catch fish out of the back of the boat.
For sure.
And it was any of those guys you're with is cool to watch because they're so different, but yet they all catch fish.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. They're all studs.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was in the Toyota Series one time with it was Drew. Man, why can I not think of his name? From Georgia, South Carolina area.
Drew Hill? No, Drew Cook?
Drew Cook.
Yep.
Drew Cook.
Yep.
And, he fishes different than some people.
Yeah.
And not in a, he's more methodical than people would think.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's a methodical guy.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Very smart guy. Very, very smart, very articulate.
A lot of guys at the next level, there's just, they all have this different thing. I've seen it time and time again. Like, there's just like this different thing about them where they understand it better. It's really kind of hard to explain, but they understand it better, and they just read things that just normal people like.
They process.
They will never
it. Yeah, they process it fast, and we were on Seminole, so that's his his place.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
So it's really interesting to see the way guys do stuff, and he's a great angler.
Oh yeah, one of the best.
Yeah,
one of the best when they get up shallow for sure.
Oh God,
he's incredible.
Yes, I told Julie whenever I fished with him, I was like, and that's before he had made it to the Elite Series. I was like, this guy's gonna be, he's a superstar.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah, And the other guy I fished with, he's on the Bass Pro Tour, I guess, Ron Nelson.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and not to be offensive to anybody else, but so far, best person I ever fished with,
Oh
hands
yeah.
down. Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
unbelievable fisherman.
Yeah. I've met him one time. He's
Yeah,
nice dude.
yeah, super nice guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, he made a decision that it's always surprising because we were at the very top of Lake Marion,
Yeah.
Santee Cooper,
Yeah.
which I have a house there. I fish a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we were up in like the swamp area fishing, and it was going okay, but he was
Yeah.
like, "Man, this is not, it's not the same as it was."
Yeah.
So he pulls the plug on that, and we went all the way to the diversion canal, which
Holy
is
smokes.
a long way,
Yeah, it's far.
and it was rough. And if anybody knows Santee Cooper and Lake Marion, when it gets
It's
rough, it
it's
is
rough.
rough.
Yeah, it's very rough.
And he's a Great Lakes guy, so
Yeah.
we ran that rough stuff.
Probably thankful you had him. Probably.
Absolutely. Like, listen, I was, now
Yeah.
I was thrilled because at the
Yeah.
time I was scared to
Yeah,
death
yeah.
because I didn't know any better.
Yeah,
and
but
he
if
was
you'd
great.
gotten
He was like,
somebody-
you still doing good? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he stayed on top of,
Yeah.
just the way he handled the boat
Yeah.
is impressive.
Yeah.
And he's actually one of the folks that talked me into buying the Ranger. I was leaning Ranger, and he's a Great Lakes guy, and Ranger is
Yep.
his deal. And I was impressed with him because he went down there and then crushed them, and doing something totally different.
Yep.
He's flipping stuff in one area, then throwing
Yeah.
a deep spoon in
Yeah.
another. It's like, how do you decide to do that in the middle of the day with
Yeah.
your whole tournament
Yeah,
on the line?
I mean, that's
and then you're going an hour and in the roughest water. A lot of guys wouldn't even do it because it was so rough.
Yeah.
And he
That's the
pulls the
difference
plug
between
and does
the
it.
difference between the regular guys and the guys that
It
get at
is.
the next level. They
It
just,
is. It's-
they're
there's
not scared to
something-
make the decisions, and they'll do it. And
Live and die by
it,
it.
se-
Yeah.
it seems like most of the time it works out. For
It
them,
does.
as wild as it
Yeah, if
sounds.
I did it, I'd be, number
be
one, I
lost.
probably would have
You
been
would've made it
halfway
back.
there and been beached somewhere.
Yeah,
but-
you've been like, nah, I'm not riding this
yeah,
place.
yeah, exactly. But
For sure.
so yeah, those guys, and you've
Oh,
been
yeah.
around those guys a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They've got that
Yeah.
it factor that
Yeah, no,
that makes it happen.
It's crazy because I can go and I watch a lot of it now. Obviously, being out there with them, like I don't fish, but watching the guys, I've covered a lot of the smaller tournaments as well. But like you can tell the difference between a guy that's like on the Elite Series and a guy that's trying to get to the Opens, or let's just say there's a guy on the Nation.
Yeah.
Like you can tell a huge difference in like in 15. I've told a lot of people this in 15, 20 minutes watching a guy fish. I can tell if he's gonna be around, if he can make the Elites or not. Pretty
Yeah.
Quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
It's just the way they
There's a-
cast. It's the way they cast. It's the way they reel things back in. It's the way they work the bait. Like you can
confidence.
You can
they
watch,
fish with
yeah.
confidence that
Yep. You see a guy,
Most
you,
people
you can
just don't
tell
have.
you can tell it in a guy like if you can just see that he's relaxed and he's doing all
Yeah.
the right things.
Yep.
He's very very. But you get a lot of guys you watch at smaller levels like and this is no shot at anybody, but like you watch a lot of guys who have a great day one on a small smaller nation tournament or whatever.
Mhm.
And then you go out there and you follow them the next day, and they're just high strung. They're just,
Yeah.
I mean, the troll motor's on 10. Like they don't have a fish by 8 or 9 o'clock. Like they're already spun.
Yeah.
And I've seen it so many times. But the Elite Series guys, you watch those guys, and if they don't have a fish by 2 o'clock, they never change.
Right.
It's the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah,
they'll
they're
figure
just-
it out.
they're
They're
still
gonna-
wor-
they're
yeah,
gonna
they're
figure it
still
out.
gonna
They
figure it
know
out.
they're gonna
Yeah.
figure it out.
yes, it is.
It's night and day difference.
It is.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And
Me, on the other hand, I would be the guy spinning out.
oh yeah, me too. Me too. But
If I was leading a big tournament,
yes,
the
yeah,
second
you're-
day, I'm done for.
Yeah, yeah, and if you get into
Stick a
the
fork in me.
third, then you're really, keyed up. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it is
Yeah.
it is crazy the
Yeah.
way those guys, their nerves. If they have them, they don't
Yeah.
really show them.
Yep.
And even guys that are just built high strung, like Brian New and probably Carl. I think he's kind of
A little, not too bad. He's I've covered Carl a few times, and he's pretty when he's doing good. He's pretty calm. Like he understands it too. But he's had a lot of great people around him to kind of teach him that.
yeah.
He can a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's pretty good.
Yeah, but they're
He's
able
dialed
to.
in.
Yeah, they keep. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's that confidence that they have that
Yep.
even if they have a half an hour left, they're gonna
Oh, yeah.
pull up to a
Oh, yeah.
spot and crush them
Yeah.
and go in
Yeah.
and fine.
Yep.
And it's and most of the time they do.
Yep.
Most
Yep.
of the time they do. At least get something together.
Yep.
because if at the end of the day they've bailed and everything, they always seem to have a wad of fish somewhere they
Oh,
can
yeah.
go and just scrap it up and go in.
Yep.
It's something.
It's wild to watch for sure.
Yeah, it is. So here at the Great Outdoors, they had this is now they're winding up the 2 days of their open house.
Yeah, this is finally getting to be the end of it.
Yeah.
I love this show, but I'm ready to go home.
Well, and I was telling them on the podcast earlier how
Gosh.
the attention to detail for this event is great.
Yeah.
I mean,
we put a lot of work into it for sure.
and you can tell. It
Yeah.
shows. Grant and everyone here should be proud of himself. Julie was talking about the sales staff, and she said you can tell that he's picked the sales staff.
Yeah. They're incredible.
To a certain
Yeah, they're incredible.
to a certain standard, because no one here that I saw was standing around.
No.
They were helping folks. His pro staff, they were out there talking to folks, working the crowd, making sure everybody felt comfortable and glad to be here. And that's the one thing I can say from everybody that came through the door. I didn't see one person that didn't get greeted by someone, from the Great Outdoors.
Yeah.
Whether it was pro staff or Grant himself, or one of the salesmen. Someone was there to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And you don't see that customer service everywhere.
No.
And I'm impressed. This is the first time I've been here, and it's impressive. It really impressed me.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
glad I came because it showed me something, a little gem that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And I've driven by here, several times, on the way out Wayne to East Lynn to go get my teeth kicked in. But I never had a chance to stop. And this is
it's very cool. I've been here since day one, since Grant pretty much bought the place, and since then it's been very special to watch it grow and watch him take new steps and take new steps with it, and just grow it just a little bit at a
great.
time. It's been awesome.
It's been a great event.
Yep.
And I keep reminding people that they sell things other than bass boats. They have the
pontoons.
pontoons.
Pontoons, you name it.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get it,
Yep.
you can order it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I don't know what the lead time is right now, but I told the folks on the podcast, if you're going to order a boat, you should really get in and get it done,
Get
because
it done now.
if you don't
want to wait. Yeah, you don't want to wait.
you're going to get stuck in that queue.
Yeah, you're going to get stuck and you're not going to have a boat till May. So I would say if you want to get one for the spring, now's the time. Don't wait around. Get it now so you have it. Come March.
Yep.
When it's time, because the weather's gonna break. It's at some point or another. This nasty weather.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And then we're finally gonna go fishing.
The groundhog will stick its head out, and life will get better. But I was mentioned earlier. A lot of the boats here, the colors are great. They've done a great job ordering the boats. It's not a lot of cookie cutter stuff that you see. From the run-of-the-mill type stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because when I buy a boat, I don't really want it to be exactly the same as everyone else's.
Yeah. We want to always do something.
You want it to be nice. You want it to be have resale value if you want to get rid of it, but you also don't want it to be the same as the 6 other boats you see. And he's done a great job at that. Ranger, both Rangers here that I'm staring at, of course the one of one is amazing. That thing is just
so
wild. And then but the other one here, the silver and red one, beautiful boat. I'm a blue guy usually, but I like that boat. It's sharp. Everything that's happening here is all good. I really impressed. And anybody that wants a pontoon, come and check them out.
We got plenty of those.
Yeah, pontoons for days. There's a whole row of them.
You can get whatever
you
want.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And never overlook a pontoon boat for just fun fishing.
Oh, man,
because
I'm telling you.
you can get a lot of bass out of a pontoon boat.
I think at some point or another, I'm gonna get rid of the bass boat.
I'm telling you, they'll go through a stump field real well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, really. So Chase, thanks for joining us.
Problem.
It's been great talking to you, and I look forward to having you on for a longer chat. And
absolutely. Appreciate you.
We'll be in touch, and great job with the tackle shop.
Appreciate that.
I look forward to seeing how
tackle,
that grows.
This is a spot.
It is.
This is a spot. If you're in our area within an hour drive, and I feel like compared to a lot of the box stores, we got some stuff you're not gonna be able to get.
So, Not only that, if I think I mentioned to Grant the other day, the small tackle stores that are different from the box stores is if somebody wants it, you can get it.
Absolutely.
And if there's a demand for it, you're going to be able to find a way to get it.
Yep.
And that's what's great about small tackle shops. Or smaller. I wouldn't call this small. But it's not the big box store, which is good because we should support our local shops that support us. So Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
If
if they ever
anybody
need
needs anything.
just I'm a phone call away.
Yeah.
Holler at me.
Great.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate
All right,
it.
man.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep. All right, and folks, that's going to end our run here at the Great Outdoors this weekend. Julie's going to join us. We're going to close this thing out.
Let's close. Shut her down.
Yeah, we're gonna end it for the day. So
I have made enough of a fool out of myself.
nah. Tunnel hauls come in many shapes and sizes. And
You know, I think I've just called those flat bottom boats that for a long time.
well, Julie has some studying to do on boat hull designs.
Because I don't really care. I want to get in a boat and I want to go catch some fish. That's what I care about.
Well, there you go.
And I am the
can call
the passenger princess of the bass
She
boat.
will call it what she wants.
I'll call it whatever I want.
That's right. All right, well, folks, thanks for joining us throughout the day here at Ferguson's Great Outdoors Marine in Lavallette, West Virginia. We appreciate it very much, and I'm sure Grant and the guys appreciate it too. If you're in the market for a boat, give them a look. They've got a lot of stuff in stock, a lot of things going on here. Huge tackle selection,
Yeah.
pontoons from front to back over here on the side.
We were excited to be invited here, and we hope we didn't embarrass them too bad.
If we did, it's got good content for them, so they can repurpose
I'll
it.
become a great outdoor meme.
A meme, yes. You and the bass back there.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you sometime this week. Hopefully Wednesday.
Hit that subscribe button, share, like, comment, show it to your friends. It's something.
Yep.
Thumbs up.
Most definitely. And John had asked if Chase rescued anyone lately. We'll get into that, John, whenever we get him on our show for a longer.
Yeah, we
a
went
longer.
We went along. I think Chase has some
interview.
stories to tell.
He does, yeah. It was
I
it was
would
good.
like
Good talking
a
to him.
longer interview with him.
Yep,
So,
we'll definitely do that.
yes.
All right, folks. We'll